Let's talk about GLP-1s, because right now these things are being spoken about like they're the holy grail of fat loss, the holy grail of fitness. If you want to lose weight, you have to be on one. They're the miracle injection, the cheat code, you could say. And I'm not here to be dramatic and scream from the rooftops and tell you they're evil, because I don't actually think they are. What I'm going to do is give you a level-headed take on my opinion on how they can impact your life, what they are, how they help, who they're actually for, and also the bit that people ignore, which is what happens when you come off them, because that is the real issue. First off, what even is a GLP-1? A GLP-1 is basically a hormone your body already produces. When you eat, your gut releases it, and it does a few key jobs. It helps to manage your blood sugar by increasing insulin when it's needed. And that's why these meds were originally made for type 2 diabetics. It slows down how fast your food leaves your stomach so you feel fuller for longer. It impacts your appetite, signaling to the brain, so that food noise that everyone talks about nowadays gets a lot quieter. So you're not thinking about snacks every 5 minutes of the day. So when people say it makes me not hungry, that's literally the point of it. And the reason it's powerful isn't because people don't understand what calories are, because most people know what they should be doing. The problem is appetite and cravings absolutely ruin them when their life gets a bit busy and gets a little bit stressful. That's when the food noise gets loud and it turns up and your willpower starts to disappear from there. GLP-1s turn that dial down, and that can help a lot if you're trying to lose weight. So how do they actually help people lose weight? Well, it's quite simple, to be honest. Most people lose weight on GLP-1s because they eat less without feeling like they're fighting against themselves all day. They're not trying to fight against the temptations. And that's basically it. It's not melting fat off you. It's just reducing your appetite. It's reducing portion sizes. And it's making it easier to stick to a calorie deficit, because the calorie deficit is what's working. And for certain people, that's huge, isn't it? That's massive. If someone's been battling obesity for years, or their hunger signals feel out of control, or if they're pre-diabetic or actually diabetic, and they genuinely struggle for a long time to lose weight, this kind of thing is literally life-changing. Even losing 5 to 10% of your body weight can improve your blood pressure, your blood sugar, joint pain, your mobility, sleep, confidence, all that good stuff. So yes, these can be a proper tool that changes someone's life for the better. Now, here's my take, and I'm going to be very clear on this. If you're diabetic or significantly overweight and your doctor says this is the right thing for you to do, I'm not going to sit here and tell you don't go on it. I'm not here to shame you in any way. Use the tools available to you. Get healthier. I'm all for that. That's what I'm all about. That's what Zenith stands for. Where I start to get concerned is when people who just want to lose a small amount of weight jump on the bandwagon, get on these injections like it's a shortcut in learning how to look after themselves. If you've got half a stone to lose for a holiday or for a wedding, you're not doing the basics. And step one should not be medication. Step one should be, can you walk daily? Can you strength train a couple of times a week? Can you eat like an adult most of the time and not like a toddler, you know? Can you get enough protein in? Can you stop stress eating like it's your favorite hobby? When you can sort those things out, you'll make progress. Because here's the key issue. If you can only lose weight while your appetite is artificially reduced, you haven't learned anything. You haven't built the skill. You've just temporarily muted your appetite. You've turned the volume down on that food noise. And then when you come off it, hunger comes back, and guess what? You're going to be back to square one. And it isn't because you're weak-willed. It's because you never built the foundations, mate. So long story short, I am pro GLP-1 for the right people, for the right reasons, with the right plan. I'm against it if your mindset is, I don't want to do the work, so I'll just medicate my way past it, because that isn't health, that's avoidance. Now let's talk about the part that everyone glazes over. GLP-1s reduce hunger, which means some people end up eating so little, they lose weight too fast. And yes, that is the thing, you can lose weight too fast. When that happens, two big problems show up. The first thing is you risk losing muscle, especially if you're not strength training and not eating enough protein. And muscle isn't just there to look good and look hench and look strong. It actually affects your metabolism in a big way. It affects your strength, injury risk, and keeping weight off long term. Next up is you risk building a diet that's basically, I eat nothing, just dust, mate, dust, which is not a strategy, it's a temporary situation. And then there's the side effects too. Nausea, constipation, fatigue, food aversion, not enjoying meals. Now, I'm not saying all this to try and scare you. I'm really not. I'm saying it because this isn't just a casual decision you should be making. It should be medically monitored and properly structured, not just because some influencer told you should do it. If you're on GLP-1s, the goal shouldn't be just to drop weight. The goal is to build your new normal while your appetite is a bit quieter. Now, if I was coaching somebody who was using them, these are the non-negotiables I'd want them to put in place. Protein daily, not perfect, just a clear anchor, because protein with every meal will help to preserve muscle tissue and keep your meals really structured. I'd want them to strength train 2 to 4 times per week. If you're losing weight and not lifting, you're leaving results on the table. Training literally tells your body to keep the muscle because we need it for your metabolism long term. I'd ask them to move daily, not smashing cardio to death, just being a human being that moves. Steps are one of the most underrated fat loss tools because they burn energy without wrecking your recovery and without wrecking your joints. I'd want them to build a repeatable meal structure, because this this is massive, okay? When people come off a GLP-1, hunger comes back. And without structure, you go straight back to reactive eating, which again, is just going to make you rebound. So you need simple options you can repeat. Breakfast options, lunch, dinner, snack options, get them onto autopilot, and that will be phenomenal for you moving forward. And then it's emotional awareness. Now, this is the biggie. This is the one that nobody wants to hear, but it matters the most. A lot of overeating isn't actually hunger. It's stress, it's boredom, it's overwhelm, could be loneliness, could be reward seeking. GLP-1s can reduce appetite, but it doesn't fix emotional eating patterns. It just delays them. So you need to build the skills for stress management and regulation, or the second hunger comes back, the old patterns come back too. So GLP-1s are not evil. They're not a cheat code. They're a tool, and actually a really powerful tool in the right circumstances. A tool that can genuinely help people, especially those with diabetes or significant weight to lose. But they're not a replacement for the fundamentals. If you're using them, use them strategically. Build habits while food noise is a bit quieter, while your appetite is reduced. Build structure, build training consistency, and build those emotional skills I just spoke about. So when you come off them, you don't panic and you don't rebound. You can build that new life for yourself. And if you only want to lose a small amount of weight, I would suggest you master the basics first, because the basics work. You just got to be consistent with them. They just require a bit of ownership and a plan and a strategy and a bit of accountability probably as well. So drop me a comment and tell me where you stand on GLP-1s. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. And if you're on them right now, tell me what you're finding easy about it and what you're finding difficult about it. And if you want help building the fundamentals alongside GLP-1s, that's literally what I do on a daily basis. I can build you the structure to change your life, whether you're on them or not. And do me a favor, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully this one's helped.